Sup bitches? So in the last major patch, I think it was, Destructors got a slight nerf. The perk damage was reduced from 800% to 400% and the heating from the perk was reduced to 5% from 10. But the damage of the beam itself has increased by 20%. On paper it looks like they may have just murdered Destructors, but in practice they're not bad at all. They went from being low-key overpowered to nicely balanced. So the mission is simple. Peek corners off reload and focus weapons, degun their team, then get accused of aim assist. And if there's time, go down to the local Red Rooster and take the S out of the big neon sign so it says Red Rooter. Red Rooster is a takeaway place here in Australia, and root means sex here in Australia. Nice. So the journey continues on Narcograd, and after doing some significant damage, I see this bloke. I saw his build at the start of the match, 8888s on a Harpy with small tracks, a hot red engine, and a gas gen. Hello? Yeah, put him on. Hey man, 2018 called, they're wondering if they could have a 5-minute chat with you. Anyway, their team ignored me for quite a while, and by the time they started focusing me, it was too late. So the devs have been consistent at buffing weapons to the point where it's the only thing played, and then nerfing weapons to the point where they never see the light of day. But as of recently, I've been a bit impressed with their balance changes. The Raijin took a bit, but after tweaks here and there, it's now pretty balanced. It's still good, but every match isn't filled with 6 Raijin bricks. The reload and damage changes to all cannons seems very nice. Cannons are actually pretty good and they don't just one-shot your build. I'm sure the Slaughterer change was nice, but it's sort of been overshadowed by Thee Who Shall Not Be Named. I wish they tested this themselves a little bit, because this tiny change here has made the weapon from very underwhelming to disabling Leviathans in 3 shots. I'm sure they didn't intend for the Swamp to be this overpowered, and I hope the way they balance it doesn't deadify it. And then we got the Devo. They mentioned a balance change for it, which should be in the next couple days, and it sort of sucks because the Devo itself isn't extremely overpowered. It's just the way it synergizes with the brick meta, and the fact everything else just sucks. Then there's hit scan and all that. I don't really know why they even removed it. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Moving on to Founders Canyon, I further solidify any cheating accusations with this. And as he's a light dog running into 4 people, we make quick work of him. As a child, I had very neglectful parents. One Christmas, I built up the courage to ask my mum for a cheap laptop, as my dad had a laptop, and I'd play some Google Chrome games here and there, and I loved it. She said, no, we already have an Xbox, and your dad and I are getting a divorce, and it's your fault. So yeah, I never got that laptop. 10 years later, as a young adult, I'm playing PC games, and Monster Box is probably one of my favorite developers, and in particular, In Heat Lustful Nights, probably my most played game. That was all a joke. I love my mum and my dad. Lustful Nights is pretty cool though. Here on Old Town, we pray to the minor Erdtree, then move on with the match. It's situations like these where the Destructor nerf doesn't even feel like a nerf. Most guns are/were getting 2-shot anyway. The nerf feels more directed to frontal cab based builds, so you can't just 3-shot their whole build. You could also say it helped heavy weapons like Mammoth, Raijin and other cannons not getting taken off in one burst. And yeah, the fact this guy got degunned here is wild. On to the last match of the video, we're on the map I'm still yet to name, and I think I'm just gonna let it play. Enjoy some satisfying Destructor gameplay with Animal Crossing music in the background. Yeah, I also think it's great I degunned 3 of them and the last guy is still full build. You can see how I expressed my concerns to the team afterwards.